Well, that was easy, but you know what's easier? Trading your skins at tradeskinsfast.com.
Comes down, so he'll lose his vision and the first chance of the shot, but he goes back and still finds Drake, and MBK boosted up on top of Orange's one. He's able to find two with the UMP, but eventually it is all solved. This is what you were talking about. They didn't know. No. They didn't know Apex was there, and yet he whiffs. So NIP get the site, even though it was stacked and against them. They do so with low HP on Forest, but it's double AK set. And 2 kits, AWP and FAMAS for body, which is sufficient against Forest, even with the armor, and with Exist going down to 13 HP. But he finds the win against body. Luckily, the call's been made, they're low. The pistol could be enough for Shox, but Exist holds the angle on him as well. One factor that he has to watch is the wrap at Arch. Shox has rotated around, gone down. Kenny, he's hidden though, and we know he's lethal close range. If you give him an inch, he'll take, all of it, but he misses by an inch. Misses by an inch, but goes back for more. They still haven't found him. Now they will. Exist has the angle from the pit. Go through it. Draken's got to be very careful not to be caught out. And he knows there's going to be 2 there now because the calls come in that they've reboosted Shox up. So Draken, a great first shot to find body. But apparently, Shox is in the 30-degree window that Draken does not hit and gets another defuse. 8. Speaking of, Pit will be there now to try and hold off the approach from Apartments and Diggity. As they start to work in that direction, they line up perfectly. Shox, one through the other. He'll stitch them together with bullets from the M4, but it's Rez that gets the shot back. Kenny doesn't care, finds out exactly where default is, has it lined up inside of the smoke, and we go 9-3, and you are right, this is where money can spiral. And hasn't needed to wrap around from Diggity, and therefore is already closer, which means when he jumps up, Body's able to see him without his shot coming against him, and he gets 2 headshots dropping bomb. Forest suddenly realizes that the deficit has grown, and they've lost the opening that they had, has to clutch it back, can't do so. 11-3 now. Try and get him inside of Banana, but as I mentioned, 4 players there. It's gonna be a hard task! What? Jumps in, finds Rez, snaps back, low HP on Drake, and the flash pushes them back suddenly. Get right, so he has to rely on Rez to distract and get the first kills to allow him back in. Kenny trades it, and that's exactly what happens, however, because Get Right has confidence! Confidence is key over the smoke. Bomb dropped, MBK gets a very tight angle. He can strike at the last possible minute, which he does. Bomb went to pit as well. Unfortunately for Forest, it's an immediate trade back from Kenny. They still have to go to the bomb, and there's only 12 seconds to work with. If Forest had stayed alive even in a little bit longer, they may have had it. It's down to Draken, it's down to an AWP, and a retake. Bomb planted, no kits. But it is a 1 versus 2, and he's close by already. Massive gap in the smoke, but Kenny naturally is staring it down on his own AWP, and that is enough for G2.
This attack playing behind the forklift. He's going to need to go huge. Smoke comes in. Flash to follow.
It's a retake A, but it's non-traditional. Apex in the site has done very well. It's non-traditional in the fact that they pushed all the way through B. It's going to be a fast flank, and NIP has nowhere to go because Apex has stopped them in their tracks. Get Right might find a kill, but he gets greeted immediately by the flank, and Kenny shuts it all down. That's quite a good pistol round, I have to say. I like that Apex was able to hold them off, but got the information. Body at the slide. Doesn't have anywhere to go except back in front of Kenny, which limits his position. What from Kenny? 2 deagles, but down immediately. It brings Apex back in. We're not done yet. Forest is now stuck in the middle. They know exactly where he is, and backing up Highway, he's going to be baited in surely, but the smoke saves him. He doesn't realize it's there, and MBK gets the shot with the deagle.
Do we see him upgrading to that AWP? He must know a buy's coming. They were didn't have any head armor then. They know that. Does he just opt to stay with the UMP? And it looks like he will. And the buy has come through from G2.
Drop it behind the white box, but if Get Right wins even one of these duels, it becomes a problem for them, more so because they flash Draken back in for the vents. He gets taken down, but that's information for Get Right, and the player he was waiting to babysit is gone, so he can wide peek and find 2, leaving the bomb exactly where it lies. And now a 3 versus 2 as NBK is going to give up the highway position and go for the flank. He's going to go all the way around. Do they have the information and awareness? They're going to give the consideration. Rez will watch as Get Right continues to peek out in mid. And it's all onto MBK. Low HP onto both Forest and Get Right are bleeding out. But a smoke down, and they shot fire. They know exactly what he's up to. And they get close, they peek, and they...
Bleeding out like that, great round.
Slightly tilted on our replay. Or is that just me?
It's probably just us.
Okay. It looked a little sideways, but it was a good play from Draken, and again, like you say, either way, bomb down, and Exist suddenly has a prime position, a good piece of real estate, good information to find. Kenny needs to do so, thankfully. He does get him before perishing. That's crucial, but NBK goes aggressive, no time. Draken, he needs to stay alive, and he manages to do so and punish NBK. He's missed a few shots, I have to say, crucial shots on the A side of the map. He's ready this time. Finds Kenny and turns around, and by his behest, he'll unleash the Dragon's Breath. If he had found a kill there, He done way more than he was worth considering. The damage overtime might be on the cards again. It's the 2 pistols and rifles and the fast play. Good shot from Get Right, but it's only worth 1. Better entrance from Exist. That gives NIP footing and a better footing as Draken again on the AWP, but it's down to just T remaining and he's just sitting in the open as MBK rotates around. Good shot, Apex, as he divides all the way through middle. Draken is fast to go back and find Kenny. He's got problems though because they're heading toward truck. He doesn't exactly know where to go right now. You can see the hesitation as he tries to find space, but he finds it effectively, taking down MBK. Forrest will apply pressure by getting Apex. That's the flank, and Draken is stepping up in overtime.
He's on the site already.
They've pushed NIP all the way off it. Exists, good shot to Apex, drops bomb temporarily. Kenny immediately on the trade, throws bomb across. He's going to keep the AWP in position, but what he doesn't realize, or does he, is that Get Right is against the wall, just sees enough of a foot to fire, and it's Draken again that has to step up for NIP. His 3rd straight round in overtime, he has to do so. He's 1 for 1 in success so far. Bomb planted wide, he knows that means A-main is a factor. MBK is in a perfect position as well to jump over top of the red crate, and Kenny is going to get it beforehand. It's G2 with the 1-round lead. Body on the box.
There's no time, Matt. There's no time.
There's very little time. Enough time that they can spray them down. Good response from Draken, but it's too late. Bomb's on the deck. Bomb is on the deck with 8 seconds. It's done. It's already over. G2 are going to the finals 2-0 against NIP. Fitch is rolling early. It's a scary thought, but AZ steps up immediately in return to find Fitch, along with 2 others, including Hobbit, Cajun B. Below the green train, gets Doja dropping over top. Mo brings it to a 1-on-1. I think he was. Volda's circling to get closer to the bomb train and firing and lining it up. He saw him as soon as he crossed. Fitch gets traded by Cajun. That forces Doja out of the control room and nearly walks off the plank and onto the ground, but stays above after getting the kill with the headshot. AZ is still wreaking havoc. This is all to Doja. They know where he is. They can control, or do they? They walk out in front of him, but they can double peek the position. Doja's on 7 HP. Smoke on the bomb. He thinks they're still on it. The more he gives away his position, the more vulnerable he becomes. He now knows they're not there. But on 7 HP, he's still 1 shot.
Don't think he has that.
I don't think he's got it either. This
Might
is
as well
going to
give it
be
a
close. It's 50-50, so you've got to hold it, but I think he's just light. He is Doja. In effect, he's been successful in doing his job by getting 1 kill, but Volda, nearly gets none again, but somehow holds it together and gets the assist.
Said to have, but he caught out of position here, but somehow hits the shot. Now it's the 1v1. Fitch on low HP as well. Config knows he's got this round for days. He knows Fitch is at the backtracks right now. There's that Molotov.
Throws it one side, knows he has to go the other, unless he goes above, which he reads as well. Config. Gap that he's created with his own smoke thrown forward as Mo already finds MSL. Doja as well steps up, and it's a Dren to follow, but it's not all clear-cut because Cajun and Volda get kills back. Bomb's not planted. Cajun buys more space, more time, and he's going to sit to try and do the same with Bomb down. They win this, and North could find the map on their doorstep. Volda goes more aggressive as well. Continue to search for Fitch. He's confused because the ricochet of the bullets mislead, and he thinks there's one behind him. It's Hobbit above. Hobbit and Fitch.
Oh!
Good shot, Cajun. But then he holds still.
He's not moving.
Okay, he actually did that on purpose. It was very confusing because everyone held still after the shot came through. But Fitch is going to continue to try and go closer to the site to try and pull back with the kit and hold it down. But Cajun walks back in. Fitch, he's not moving. He's trying to do. Backstop flashed up. It's going to be Fitch that finds MSL as well. He's done well on the site with 19 HP. He's going to try and rotate around. Hobbit sees the shadow of Volda going up. Oh, misses the easy shot. He tried to go for trigger discipline. It still works out for him because Fitch is able to get Volda as he's distracted. A 3rd kill for him, 1 for Hobbit, and Mo will close out the round. We play for overtime. As a Dren watches the upper point.
They normally smoke this, but AZ's overextended slightly. How is he still alive? Don't know it's an inside play, but a Dren can hit the shots here.
There's the gun butt sticking up off his holster. A Dren. He's gone down. It's going to be Doja that's found. He falls off the train just in due time as Cajun. He's able to grab the bomb back. But watch for a Dren to push up. Finds Volda. Low HP on Cajun B. He's only got 3. As a Dren shuffles over, he's not kept track of where he's gone. Misses the jump to the high pillar. And now it's beside him. He had no idea he was there, and it's 3 straight rounds in overtime for North. Has the AWP with a gap above a smoke to look down to Z. Fitch is down. It's just 2 remaining to hold it off as Volda taps the bomb once. Everyone has a kit. Molotov goes early. AWP's not drawn. It is drawn in time, and Mo makes no mistake, but they go down, and they'll go down in map 1. Config sits, though, ready with the AWP. Even though they've come through connector, they have to go back toward him. That's to their detriment. As AZ gets ready again with the M4, Adren will trade it back quick enough.
Oh!
And it pulls Config's attention.
Here, Fitch or Hobbit. Mo at the flashbang. It's a B rush for the looks of things. Nades raining in, and Cajun B lining the scoreboard with the AWP. This could be it. It looks like it certainly is. 3 kills, 4. It's up to Dosia. He's been quiet, and North have done it. They take down Gambit.